Good morning to all of you, and wish you all happy Ganesh Chaturthi today to you and your families. And we are at Phoenixel. We are very delighted to launch our online portal, which is everydayproductivity.com, and we are offering free webinars on topics of interest, which will be helpful to all the participants for their professional life. And today we are going to cover on improving operations using industrial Internet of Things. The webinar will be over a period of 30 minutes. And if you have any queries, I request you to please send a mail to Poonam at info@everydayproductivity.com, and we'll be able to guide you. Okay. So today, as I told, we'll be covering about how do we improve the operations using Industrial Internet of Things, which is called IIoT. Yeah. So the agenda, basically what we want to cover about what is the evolution of fourth generation manufacturing. And we'll also give some examples of how IIoT is used in the manufacturing industry. So before we start, I wanted you to understand that the potential for industrial IoT market is very huge. Okay. And it makes sense for people to understand IIoT and start implementing in your own companies, premises, maybe in offices also. So the forecast for global IIoT market is expected to be $197 billion by 2023. And from 2017, it is growing at a CAGR, okay, compounded average growth rate of 7.5%. So there's a huge potential. It makes sense for people to participate in IIoT either as a user or an implementer, or you can do in your own premises. I want to also tell you is that we are not promising a huge difference in your operational efficiency. They're just telling that what a 1% reduction in operating cost can do to you. Okay. Now, I just want to translate what is the 1% operational cost efficiency. Suppose in aviation fuel, if 1% is saved, these are pre-COVID figures. Of course, after COVID, a lot of flights are not up in the air. But anyway, the pre-COVID figure, we hope that COVID will ease out soon. It is a saving of $30 billion in 1 year alone. Okay. And if you want to look at gas-fired generators, which is used for generating electricity, the 1% fuel savings is resulting in $66 billion of savings. And 1% reduction in a capital equipment industry, say in an oil and gas industry, is resulting in a $99 billion of savings. So the potential to save is huge, even if you really attempted 1% reduction in the operating cost. So this is the enormous power of what IIoT can bring to the table. So I want to give a brief about how this IIoT is evolved. See, in the early 18th century, when the steam power was used to generate electricity and the locomotives came, so that was called the first generation of mechanization or manufacturing. The second generation started when Ford started a mass production assembly line, where you can make repetitive parts with a lot of efficiency. And that's the time electricity was also created and was used to power the manufacturing operations. The third generation, which happened after 1980s till the 2000s, where the computer and automation, because most of us were probably, before 1990, there were not any laptops or computers people are using. Okay, they were all using spreadsheets, which is on paper. But after that, everybody started using computer. We got robotics, which either was used for operations or for moving the parts. Current, which is the fourth generation, is basically for an interaction of both cyber physical system, that is interaction of IT and real-time manufacturing environment. So this is called as the fourth generation manufacturing. It is called Industry 4.0. The acronym is also IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. So I want to talk about what is IoT all about. Most of you would have heard about the buzzword IoT. Everybody wants to do IoT, but what is IoT? Okay. Now, if I tell you you are using IoT day in and day out because if you carry a mobile phone, okay. Because actually I am giving an example of a phone which was there in existence more than 5 years back. A typical phone at that time itself had 14 sensors. Today, maybe you may have 50 or more sensors. Okay. So you have sensors to capture various information which is there in your pocket, which you use it day in and day out. Okay. And that is there in all prevalent mobile phone. Next, I want to tell, are you using IoT? Of course, yes. If you're ordering a cab through Ola, okay, you are using IoT because what happens, there is a GPS sensor which is there in your mobile phone. There is a GPS sensor available in the taxi or the cab, and you know both the locations. Okay, the driver knows where you are, you know where the driver is, and you can optimize. You have a real-time visibility of where the cab is, when it is going to come, how it is going to come, are there any hiccups? So it is not something new, it is actually what you're using day in and day out. So let us define what is Internet of Things. So Internet of Things is basically using sensors which are embedded in everyday objects. We gave an example of mobile phones, which is connected through internet. Maybe you have a mobile phone, it is connected through Wi-Fi or a mobile internet. It is ultimately connected through internet. And what it does, it actually captures information and sends the information on a real-time basis. Okay, so that's the most important part. The real-time availability and use of information is the most important crux of an IoT. Okay, so we talked about IoT. I hope there is some clarity on what is IoT about. Now, what is IIoT? See, we talked about an environment where you use as an individual. Okay, the same concept when it is applied to your industrial atmosphere in a manufacturing is called IIoT. So what happens is that you can put the sensors on an equipment, maybe on a vehicle, maybe in a forklift, or maybe even with the people also. Okay, so whatever IoT concept which is applicable in manufacturing environment is called Industry IoT or Industry 4.0. Okay, so I have given a small illustration because IoT gathers a lot of information real time. It can be on any parameter. Ultimately, somebody has to take action upon it. So there's a way to collect the information, way to decipher the information, way to use the information, and way to monitor the information. Okay. That's what we have illustrated in this. Now, again, some of the cases where IIoT is really being used. Okay. It is used to actually maintain the equipment much smarter. Why I say smarter? You have a real-time visibility of the equipment condition at any point of time, due to which you can make a realistic action. Second, you can put on various equipment to optimize the productivity. Okay, so it can make the factory operations smarter. Okay, you can have a collaborative design of product design. When you have R&D somewhere, you have a product which is launched maybe on the road, maybe used by inside the home, but you get a real-time information due to which you can make a better product because you get a real-time information. You can monitor the quality on real-time, much better, faster, due to which you can make a lot of corrective actions without having a lot of failures and defects. And in a logistic scenario, especially when you are moving a part across the seas, maybe from India to US, India to Europe, okay, you can put sensors, maybe in the container ship, even in the flights, you can put a sensor to see where your part is at any point of time so that you can take a realistic action. Next is that the employee safety. For example, if you're working in a hazardous environment, and you see recently right from Andhra, we are hearing a lot of information that something is leaked, something got blasted, a lot of lives have been lost. All this is not required if they have the right sensor, which can give the right information for us to take an action. Okay. The next one is energy. The energy gets transmitted across a wide area, across a geography. If we can monitor whether there is going to be a shutdown is going to happen, whether there is going to be a power surge in some areas, then the generation can actually, in sync, they can do much faster. Otherwise, what happens? There's a sudden failure of transformer, sudden failure of something, due to which they have to stop the entire line, you get blackouts. All these things can be minimized, if not completely solved, by the power of Industrial Internet of Things, IIoT. Okay. So I want to give you some real-time examples of where IoT is used. Actually, IoT actually started in Germany. It started more in automotive industry. So this is an example of how an auto manufacturer is improving the equipment availability and performance using IIoT. So this is used in the production line, maybe for welding, where any problems is highlighted and corrective action taken so that the whole line will not be stopped for a long period of time. Next, as I told you, in a complex environment also, the equipment downtime can be monitored and can be significantly reduced because you get real-time data due to which you can take a lot of actions. I talked about the quality issues. You can identify if there's a quality issue as and when it happens because of putting the right sensors in place. You can even resolve them before they occur. Okay. So that's one of the enormous power we have of the IIoT in quality. And when we talk about sensors, sensors are not only taking information like temperature, vibration, or runout. You can put a webcam, you can put an IIoT sensor, and you can see on real time. It has a lot of advantages. Remotely, you can control what is happening in the shop floor, especially when you are not able to access the shop floor on a regular basis, or it is there in an area where you cannot, due to geographic issues, you are not able to reach. So image and video analytics are there, which really helps what is exactly going on. Because what people say, seeing is believing. And the seeing is believing is happening only because you have a real-time image and video analytics which you can see through the IIoT sensor. I talked about the hazardous environments. We want to have a real-time information sometimes before the actual event happens. So today, people are putting sensors in all this environment, maybe in a chemical factory or maybe in a deep mining factory, so that if there is going to be an incident, people are alerted and the necessary safety precautions and safety measures can be taken. Okay. So these are some of the examples I want to give for what's the potential of IIoT and some of the benefits of Industry 4.0, which is IIoT. One can expect a productivity increase of 3 to 5%. One can reduce the downtime by 30 to 50%, which itself can result in a 10 to 40% reduction in the maintenance cost. They can reduce the time to market when you launch a product till it goes to the market by 20 to 50%. You can improve the forecasting accuracy to be more than 85%. We can increase the productivity in technical professions through automation of a lot of work. You can reduce the inventory because you don't need to have a lot of safety stock because you know what exact inventory is bad. Okay, so you can reduce the cost of inventory holding by 20 to 50%. You can reduce the quality by the cost of quality by 10 to 20%. This is some of the major advantages what you get by implementing IIoT. Okay. So I actually, we as a Finexcel, we implemented IoT and IIoT in various manufacturers, tier ones. So we have a proper philosophy and methodology to do this. And we are also a partner for IBM. So one of the most robust tools which is used in IIoT is the Watson IoT, which is what we are doing. And so we have a definite process for implementing. So this is a snapshot. Actually, we'll be covering more in detail how each of you will be implementing IoT in your respective shop environment in the next course. Okay, so today is an introductory course where we want to give what the potential benefit you can derive by using IoT. Okay, so typically it starts with integrating the shop floor. That is the basic building block. Then IIoT is graduated to engineering and production and dispatch and logistics. And then we start implementing across the value chain. Maybe your tier 1, tier 2 supplier, across the supply chain partners, logistic providers. So everywhere it is integrated. So there is a game plan to implement Industry 4.0 IIoT in a methodical way, which we have a success of implementing across the spectrum. Yeah. And I want to touch upon some of the technologies which actually are implementing IIoT. This also will cover in detail when we actually do a detailed course on this. So some of the technologies is that today the sensors are getting better, faster. The sensors are having a lot of computing ability themselves. The robotics is there where you don't have to go to a particular hazardous place. You can do the operation. And because it is aided by the use of IIoT, you can have an augmented reality to monitor and better, improve your equipment downtime by using augmented reality. Today, big data and cloud services are available across. And today, one more thing which is picking up is 3D printing, where you can make a prototype, a real product, without actually going to the place and doing it. So that means a raw material comes, you make the finished product without intervention because there is a lot of sensors and IoT involved in this. So this is some of the technology which has a lot of real-time information, real-time advantages of using IoT. So I also want to briefly touch about how IoT is implementing the logistics, inventory and supply chain planning. So for example, today, like we talked about manufacturing, IoT and Industry 4.0, whatever technologies or attendant services which is in sync with this is also called 4.0. So we are talking about fourth generation logistics, where the entire supply chain can be integrated by getting real-time information from people, trucks, containers, automated guided vehicles and trucks, bins, even shelves. Because you have all this information available, you can reduce the inventory cost by at least 20 to 50%. This is what we actually covered in one of the previous slides. It has an enormous impact on the supply chain planning. You don't have to have a sort of a guesstimate, because you get a real-time visibility from the dealer, end consumer. You get the real-time information, due to which the planning accuracy increases. So what happens? You don't have to unnecessarily buy some material and stock it with the hope that somebody will buy it. Today, because you're able to accurately capture the information or what are the needs and demands from the customer, you can actually sync with what the customer wants. This is an example of how we at Finacle have developed solutions using IoT across the value chain, right from the supplier factory till supplier finish, stock management, shipping line, warehouse management, real-time transport, customer demand, till it is supplied online in a just-in-time basis. So we have a robust solution where we implemented to a large OEM and a tier 1 suppliers, which will cover when we do the detailed course. And we, as I told you, we have a method of implementing IoT. So we actually start measuring what is the current state of the digital maturity of the company, of the people. We call them as a digital novice. We enroll them, we assess their capabilities, we see the gaps, what they are, then we implement that across the spectrum. Okay, then we do a maturity rating and graduate them till they become a digital champion. So actually the implementation goes through a process of the logical steps. Okay, we have to get the data, then we have to visualize the patterns to see whether we can make sense out of the data. Then we use some advanced tools to predict what can happen next. Then we also have an intelligent way of recommending what to do next. So there's a way to do it, and whoever wants to do it, actually we can go and help them in implementing this. So we wish you a lot of success in the IoT journey. As I told, when we start, we have to walk, understand what is IoT, we have to see the benefits, real-time benefits. Then once you get the benefits, you can start running and implementing on a much wider scale. And after that, the fly zone, where you start implementing not only within your factory, to all the partners, supply chain partners, wherever you want to do, you can do the implementation. So this is in a nutshell I want to cover in this. So it was a brief presentation. We want to give you a flavor of what is IoT about. So if there are any questions, we are open. You can unmute and ask. Hello. See, if there are difficulties in this thing, you can actually send a mail to info@everydayproductivity.com. We'll all be willing to guide you. But if you have any questions, we have some 5-10 minutes are there. Please feel free to ask questions, and we'll be more than willing to clarify that. Yeah, please you have to unmute and ask. because otherwise you won't be able to hear. Have Harry, just check whether you can unmute and ask so that we have to see whether it is any people are having any issues in asking.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. That means things are perfect.
It's perfect. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it was great. It was great, and it was very informative. It was great. I request all the participants to ask questions if you have any. Thank you.
Yeah, it was very good introduction. That is, potential is very high in application. Benefits are rich. So it will be very good to participate in the main webinar to get greater benefits.
Yeah, for the interest of participants, so we'll be having a 2-hour webinar, so which our Poonam and Harry will be circulating. So if you want to really implement it back in your factory, it is not expensive, and both the training as well as the implementation. And we don't be enamored by the big names of IBM and other people. So people can start with one particular area, have some few sensors, can start, and we're more than willing to train you and guide you to implement also. Yeah. Mr. Parag, you have any queries? Mr. Phil Shearer?
Hello, this is Phil. No, thank you very much. Thank you for the introduction. I just wanted to see what you had to say about industrial Internet of Things.
Thank you, Phil. Mr. Parag, you have any queries?
This is Phil here. Thank you for the meeting and thank you for the information. I've got some other stuff I need to do now.
Thank you. We would welcome you to attend the detailed seminar where we'll be covering more in depth on how to go about in implementing. Maybe our people will contact you, the best way forward. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day ahead. Okay. Any queries, Mukundan? Okay. So thanks. I think even this thing is coming to a close. So thanks all for participating. We look forward for the next webinar where we do in a detailed way. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.